Now, a dish that always takes precedence all through my time at home is a tandoori chicken. I've created so many versions of it that for the millionth time, you can always add new styles and flavors. Pair this with a hearty salad like a mango Caesar, and you have a decadent meal to enjoy midweek during this lockdown. Creating the marination, and that's the most important in the tandoori chicken, is basically Greek yogurt. So I've taken nearly 300 grams of Greek yogurt into a bowl. And this saves you the time of using hung curd or anything of that sort. Into that you add a tablespoon and a half of ginger garlic paste, 1 heaped teaspoon of roasted cumin powder, 2 heaped teaspoons of roasted coriander powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of this gorgeous Indian spice that's the garam masala, 2 heaped teaspoons of red chili powder, and I'm using the North Indian variant, the Kashmiri red chili powder, to give that gorgeous color. I want ginger specks in it, so about half an inch of ginger, 4 green chilies finely minced, just to add to that heat, along with 6 cloves of garlic finely minced. Into this you add the juice of 1 lime and just allow everything to mix together to get that gorgeous pinkish hue. You want the sweet and slightly bitter flavor to come through, and that goes with a handful of dehydrated fenugreek leaves just to add to that zing and earthiness of this entire dish. Now, while I have done that, the fat content, or more predominantly the oil that I'm adding, is cold pressed mustard oil, nearly 30 mils of it. If you do not have mustard oil, just use stone ground mustard along with some olive oil. This gives it that sharp, contrary flavor, bringing it together in perfect harmony. Mix it all together, season it with some Himalayan pink salt, and finally a half teaspoon of black pepper powder. And this is totally optional, but you need this to indulge in that tandoori heat that comes together. While this is done, I've taken chicken legs out here with the skin. I'm using with the skin because I like them to be moist. So I've taken nearly 1.5 kg of them. You can go right ahead and remove the skin out if it doesn't suit you. Put this in, give it a good stir, and 2 hours, allow it to sit at room temperature. Now, while we've allowed the chicken to marinate for a good 2 hours, getting the flavors nice and mushy, it's time to preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius and just go right ahead and bake it. On a baking tray, I've just lined it with some foil and greased it with a little bit of oil, and just take your chicken legs and put them on it. I like to keep it skin side up so that the chicken stays moist within and the skin just gets perfectly crisped up. Put this on the tray and allow it to bake. Any leftover marinade always nestles right on top because that's the heart of this entire creation. Into that preheated oven it goes at 220 degrees Celsius for a good 40 minutes. 5 minutes nearing completion, we're just going to add a flavoring on top to style it up to the next level. While the tandoori chicken is baking in the oven, this is the perfect time to create a Caesar salad. Now, a Caesar salad, though very old school, you can always style it up to the next level, and because mango seasons are here and lockdown more importantly, just merge the two together. So to create a Caesar dressing, it's very simple. If for a mayo you're using 1 egg yolk to 130 mils of olive oil, a Caesar dressing takes 1 egg yolk to 90 mils of olive oil. It's more eggy in nature but gorgeous when combined because you have to add some sherry vinegar right into it. So I've taken 4 egg yolks, and to that I'm going to add a splash of sherry vinegar, nearly about 20 to 30 mils, just to counter the egginess of the overall creation. Whisk it together till it emulsifies really well, and into that it's time to add some freshly minced garlic. So 4 cloves of garlic, freshly minced, going in and whisking that as well. While you emulsify the egg yolks, the garlic and the sherry vinegar perfectly well, it's time to season it, and I'm just using my rosemary lavender sea salt out here. You can go right ahead, use the celery salt, use anything that works for your advantage. So the beauty about this is to take the principles and create your own style, and that's what lockdown cooking is all about. So while this has whisked, I'm going to take the oil of the anchovy can and start by emulsifying it right into the gorgeous Caesar dressing. And that gives it that perfect flavor that's required to create this style. So while that has emulsified really well, it's now time to just drizzle the olive oil and form your dressing. Slow drops at first and then increase your speed. So if we are calculating 90 ml per egg yolk, we're going to use nearly 360 mils of olive oil, preferably extra virgin olive oil, to create this gorgeous Caesar dressing. A slow dribble is what's required to form that perfect emulsion. While this has formed the perfect emulsion, now is the time to take about 30 grams of grated parmesan and dunk it into this, and your Caesar dressing is ready. Quite simple and perfect. Now technically, a Caesar salad always has romaine lettuce that is masked with the dressing, but it gets kind of soggy, so I always like to set it on the side so that everyone can take it. So I'm just going to pour it into my sauce boat and allow it to chill to perfection. All you need to do is chill this till it's ready to be enjoyed. Like I said earlier, a Caesar salad always uses romaine lettuce, but not so much a fan of the family, so I've mixed it with some iceberg just to balance out everything together. So 1 iceberg and about 150 grams of romaine is what's gone into it. Refresh it in ice cold water till it's nice and crisp. Into that you add the anchovy fillet. So just take the anchovies and drop them in, and that's sharp flavor coming together and scenting this entire thing. I like to keep large shards of it into this entire creation. With that done, it's all about tossing everything together. So bacon lardons, I've taken about 200 grams of bacon lardons, sauteed them in the pan till they ooze out all their fat, and after that I took bread, cut it into croutons and cooked it in that bacon fat to get that perfect, glorious croutons. So I've taken nearly about 4 slices of bread. So now give all this a good tossing till everything comes together and mixes. And finally just take 4 mangoes, Alfonso mangoes, cut them into large chunks and add them into this. And it makes this salad so pretty. And surprisingly, the bacon and the anchovies actually work with the mango. So a quick tossing. And finally, no Caesar salad is ever complete without Parmesan cheese. So nearly 30 grams of Parmesan going right on top. Allow this to toss again, chill, and your salad is ready. Just a gentle tossing of everything coming together, and it's time to chill this salad now. Chill this till it's ready to be enjoyed. Now, while I did allow the chicken to sit in for another 5 minutes, just so that it gets that perfect tandoori char, what a whiff of mustard coming out. This gorgeous baby is ready. Emulating the heat of a tandoor, you need that char, and while that is straight out of the oven, you take about 30 grams of butter and melt it with 2 garlics finely minced, just so that you have that slathering to put on top. It's going to cook with the residual heat of the chicken. So slather this, and it's time to give it a fine sprinkle of some coriander and get ready to enjoy this for lunch. A fine sprinkle of coriander on top, and we are ready. While the chicken is bursting with flavor and the mustard oil, trust me, works its magic right into every morsel. Pairing this with that chilled mango Caesar and the dressing is a decadent midweek lunch to enjoy amidst these troubled times. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. Stay safe, stay blessed, and more importantly, do not forget to subscribe for many more of these lockdown hacks.